One of my number one goals that I have besides substitute teaching, and that is to be in every single school of Orange County Department of Education, public and private, so actually every school in Orange County, and just to do my volunteer assemblies. I've done so at Shepherd Elementary in Capistrano Unified last February, and College Park Elementary in Irvine Unified last April, as well as Liberty Baptist Church for VBS and Lighthouse Community for VBS, where I spoke and juggled and everything. And importantly, I was told that I changed lives. I changed a lot of students' lives, and even bringing one of the employees or volunteers at College Park Elementary in Irvine to tears, I was told, for my story of perseverance, not giving up despite having autism myself. And again, my second book that's coming out here shortly, probably in the next few months or less, titled Unstoppable, I explain inside how I do these assemblies at my expense and the testimonials that I have received as a result. And I'm like, if I could change like the 1,000 lives that I've changed thus far, I know I could change the nearly 18,000 students in Nmusd and the probably 500,000 students in Orange County. In fact, because I did that assembly in Irvine Unified, a couple of people from Irvine Unified contacted me wanting me to do an assembly at their elementary schools. And so next month, actually, I'm going to be doing an assembly at Meadow Park Elementary. It's planned to be September 5th, and so that should be good. And so today, when I got to talk to the principal after school, one of the first things I said is that I am willing to do this at my expense. Would I communicate with you, the principal, or a PTA president, or how would this work over here at Newport L? She said I needed to go to the district and apply to be a vendor or something like that, and it's like I never heard of that in my life before, because I've talked to other Nmusd principals who made it sound like, oh, we could just talk sometime in August or September and we could get you set up and everything. So I just emailed one of the clerks again of Nmusd Board of Education, so I'll get to see what she says. And earlier this year, she tried to help me get in schools herself. But being halfway in the 22-23 academic year, everything was already packed. And that's what one principal, the former principal at Mariners, told me, is that the PTA usually puts on the assemblies and they're already packed. So I was trying to get an early start. So earlier this month, I contacted several principals whom I know very well, and just reopening my unwavering, perseverant challenge to make a difference in volunteer assemblies at every single school. And I might as well go on the record now for whoever's listening to this, is that I feel like if I put a price tag on this, which everybody tells me, like people in education and such, they all tell me I've got to start charging for these assemblies. And I'm like, no, I feel like if I start to charge, even if it's like $1, I'm like, I'm fearing that they're going to say no because that's too much or whatever. I don't want cost or money to be the deficit of why a lot of people may not choose to believe in themselves despite a disability or include others. I know that teachers and admin do their best all year round anyway. It's just I feel like bringing a person who has autism himself, who could do so in an engaging way, such as juggling and magic tricks, and with science, then it could be like an unforgettable assembly. And I use like science, juggling, and magic tricks as like analogies, like juggling to not give up on your passions, a science demo analogy to not bottle things up inside, and brand new card trick, card magic analogies that I just came up with. And so there's 180 days in an academic year, like 5 down, 175 more to go, and already I'm getting very nervous because it's already counting down, and I'm like, well, only 32 schools within 180 days in Nmusd. But then again, I want to make a difference to every single person in Orange County, public schools, private schools, and so I contacted my former professor, director of the grad ed department at Vanguard, and now he's a dean over there, I believe. I'm going to be on his podcast on September 11th, but I emailed him because he used to be the former chief academic officer of Orange County Department of Education, and I was just curious, how many schools are in OCDE? I was not prepared to see like 619 schools the last time that it was updated, and I'm like, 619 schools, if I do my math correctly, that's like probably 4, 5, 6 schools a day. And you know what? I'm willing to do whatever, because I know what I'm called to do. I'm called to be a substitute teacher, as well as a person that just influences and encourages and motivates and spread inclusion and disability awareness and disability acceptance to every single student and the teachers, admin, family members, and such. And I'm just not going to slow down until that happens. The full title to my second book, which again is coming out, I already signed the book agreement contract and everything, is currently titled Unstoppable: How One Person with Autism is Never Giving Up on His Dream of Becoming a Teacher and a Worldwide Influencer. And currently my latest post on Instagram says that I have autism, I am unstoppable, I'm not ashamed or afraid that I have autism. And the overall message is that if I could do these things with a disability, then so can you, plus more. And so I'm very appreciative of the couple of engagements that I already have at schools around OCDE, but it's certainly not a lot yet, and I'm just like frazzled on like what to do and how to do it right and such. And I guess I'm currently relying on word of mouth, but if anyone is watching and you somehow have a hand in this and could help me get in every school possible within this academic year 2023-2024, I'd really much appreciate it. And once again, I change lives elsewhere, and I know I could probably change the 500,000 students in Orange County alone. Well, 500,000 plus, that's probably not including the private schools. So thank you very much for watching, and as I try to conclude every teaching update, is that if you are aspiring to be a teacher or something hard like that, or something harder than a teacher, and let's say that you might have some form of a disability, well, don't let the disability define you. Don't let it stop you. Like, if I could do the things I could do, so can anybody. Of course, you know, not everyone, I'm sure, could be a pilot, for example. Not everybody could do this, but inside everybody is that passion that propels us to what we want to do in life. I want to encourage everyone to find those passions and never give up on those passions. So once again, thank you very much for watching. I'm very excited for this academic year and what's in store for everybody, and have an excellent day. See you in the next video.